Hi guys, I'm Surendra Vasam Setti. I'm currently studying BTech second year in Vishnu Institute of Technology near Bhimpuram. So, in part of my front end dev internship, today I'm explaining my third tasks that was assigned to me in part of my internship, right? So, the task is to do the simple to do application. So, for the task, I am developed in HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So instead of by using these three technologies, I am using the React library. So why am I using React library? It is a popular front-end library. So by using this front-end library of React, that covers the all three technologies that I have mentioned in my internship. So I hope it will consider it. So first of all, so when we create a, so I am already explaining the way of creation and the types of creation React app in our system. So in this video also I am using the code sandbox. So because code sandbox is a simple virtual application that provides the same environment that provide for the way of installation React app and the white bundle. So this provides the same environment that are the projects that are developed by using the React. So for that purpose I am using the code sandbox here. So I am already explained the random code generator in my task 1. So today I am explaining the task 2. So that is the to do application. So in code sandbox in my all folders I am creating a simple React projects folder. In that folder I am creating the project to do app. So this is the interface of my today app. First of all I want to show the working of my today app. So here it will accept the two input fields. One of the to do title, whatever the title of your to do, just enter it, and whatever the intention or whatever the description of your to do, just enter it and the add. So let me show it. So I am entering the Python of my to do title and the description. I think lead code practice. Okay, lead code practice. So okay, just click the add button. So here you will show the Python and the to do whatever it given into my app, it will just into the pop up into the to do bar. So when this is for the once I am done my to do, it just deleted it, or once I am done the task that are assigned to me in the to do, when I click it, it's gone. So it's just gone into the completed bar. So this indicates the task of the to do that will completed already. So now it will delete it. So this is my application of, this is my simple to do application. So let me explain the code or the way of developing this project in React. So anything that we want to create in the React in the form of the components, right? So here I am using create a simple functional component. So in that functional component I am simply render it the boilerplate of my the to do app. So this is the simple boilerplate of my to do app. So the responsible CSS are also imported through the style.css. So here you will see my CSS of my to do application, right? So this is the CSS I am using in my project. So instead of CSS, because we want to apply whatever the style or whatever we want to desire its look of our application, we just style it. So instead of I am explaining the CSS, I am directly explaining the structure and the way of functionality and what are the functionalities I am using here in my to do app. So for that reason I am simply import React library from the React, and I am simply imported the style.css for the styling of my web app. So these are the icons. So here you will see what are the icons I am that I will show pastly. So these are the icons that are the bin icon and the checkbox icon, that are the icons that are available in the React icons library. So I am just imported it from that. So here you will show So whenever we click, it shows the sum of the task, and whenever click the add button, it goes some ad. So here you will show I am creating the add button, but it doesn't shows any task. So when I delete, it's deleted. So these are the functionalities that come from the use state. So here use state is a hook, react hook. So hooks are the very important concepts in react. So use state provides the state management. So and it also handles the state, whatever the states that are assigned to our the project, it just handles it and complete its assign process. So for that process, I'm creating the 5 use states hooks. So here one of for the complete screen and all to do's, and what are the to do's I am added, it just will show in the to do bar. So for that, and the title and the description, and what are the title you given, what are the description of your to do, and what are the to do's that are completed in this bar. So these are the for the states managing, I am simply creating the states here, use states here. So here whatever the values that are passed into the parameters of the use state here, that will assign to the this is the state name. So this will attend this will assign the value of the use state into the this state. Okay, so here the set state here, this will use it to dynamic. When we dynamically change the values of the states, it just shows and just assign to our states. Okay, so I'm creating the function add handler. So when we click the button add, it will just add the to do's. Here you will show the to do's I am just adding. So for that reason, I'm creating a simple arrow function for my add purpose. So let me create another function that are use the updated to do. So what are the to do's I am updated that are using here? The triple dots are the spread operator. This is the spread operator is a destructuring, so when we want to access the all the data that are present in the all to do, is justly render it through the destructuring. So am I using also the local storage, because when I refresh or reload the page, it simply shows the past data. So it's never gone anywhere, or it's remain constant whatever the data I am pastly entered. So for that reason, I am using the local storage here. So local storage can be implemented in the two ways. First, we want to set the items we want to store it in the local storage, and that in the form of string file, JSON, because in the JSON we have the objects, so there's just it's converted into the string objects, and that pass the array what we want to develop or what we want to give in here. So this is the set new title. So whenever we some names and some description here, when I click the add button, it just gone, or it just empty for the another one. So that purpose I am using here the set new title and the set new state of the taking the nothing here. So this is the function that will responsible for the delete function. So this is function that is responsible for the delete function. When I click this bin icon, it just simply remove it from the to do. So okay, so here you will show what are the completed time 9/4. It fills the date and time perfectly. So for that reason, I am creating the function complete handler. It gives the date and time whatever the to do when we created and when we completed that, it gives the complete details about the time and date of our to do. So I'm take the variable of the filter item. So in that filter item, so I'm giving the updated complete array. Okay, so when we click the add, when I click this icon, checkbox icon, it just go through the completed bar. So for that purpose, this is the updated array, or this is the updated to do's array that has filtered item stored into the filter item. So then we create a updated completed array. So in that array I'm just the data what are we want to push into the completed data, or what are we want, so what are the data or what are the to-dos that are we completed, just push into the completed bar. So and let me this also save it into the local storage, because when I reload this page it's still constant and it still presents here. So what are the tasks I am completed pastly. So for that purpose I am using local storage here. So this is the use effect. So use effect is also another hook in the React library. So this is also used for the components. So when the web application is rendered, it just shows, so whatever the functions or whatever the components that we want to render parallelly through the render of our web application using use effect hook. So it provides the dynamical rendering of all the components parallelly through the web application. So I am using the use effect hook here. So here I am also, when I am render the web page constantly, it still presents the to-dos and the completed to-dos here. So without going anywhere, it still presents the pastly to-dos that I am doing past. So use effect hook helpful for that. So simply I am, so these are the event handlers. So these are the functions that are responsible for these functionalities. Okay, so when I click this button, so it still adds the some of the assigned tasks. Okay, so for that reason we want to create a, or we want to assign, or we want to create a some of the event handlers, something like that on click or on change. These are the simple event handlers in the React that are useful for the, so here the on change and on change, these are the event handlers. When we click the add button, it simply adds a new task here. So for that reason just we want to pass the states or set state or whatever the functions we want to assign that button, just pass it and work it here. So this is the simple, this is the conditional rendering here. So whenever the when I click here, the secondary button is the class name, and this is the in the template string I am just, it is the conditional rendering. So when I click completed bar here, it simply closes the to do. When I click the to do, it simply closes the completed bar. This is the conditional rendering. So whenever the completed task is the open, another one is the close. So when I open the to do, it's just closes the completed. This is the conditional rendering. Okay, so these are the simple way of creating a simple to do app. So I think my explanation will helpful to clarify our doubts. So any doubts will regarding this, just comment it. I hope you will understand better. So thank you for listening.